Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see, today we are going to discuss about deadlock. What is a deadlock? You can avoid deadlock. So this is the most important question in interview. So if you have a 5+ year of experience, this question is very important for you. So we'll discuss first what is a deadlock. So as you can see in diagram, deadlock means one thread is a holding the resources, like it's a holding the object one, and thread two is a holding the object two. So what is happening here? Thread 2 is holding the object 2 and thread 1 is holding object 1. But after processing this object 1, thread 1 wants object 2 and thread 2 wants object 1. So what is happen? What is happening here? Like we can say, thread 1 is holding the object and is not ready to release the object. And in between he wants the object 2. And similarly, thread 2 is holding the object. Thread 2 is not ready to release the object 2, and in between thread 2 wants object 1. So what will happen? This kind of situation will come as a deadlock only, because each thread they are not ready to release the resources. That situation we can call as a deadlock. So we'll discuss how we can avoid. Means if we'll see about the deadlock, we cannot completely avoid deadlock, we can minimize that deadlock. So here you can see also, although it is not completely possible to avoid deadlock condition, but we can follow certain measure or pointer to avoid them. There is a first point: avoid nested lock. You must avoid giving lock to the multiple threads. This is the main reason for a deadlock condition. It is normally happens when you give lock to the multiple threads. So if we are avoiding the nested locks, we can avoid, we can minimize deadlock condition. So if we are avoiding the nested lock, so second reason we have a, also you can see, avoid unnecessary lock. The lock should be given to the important threads. It's not given to all threads lock. Giving lock to the unnecessary thread that cause a deadlock condition. So here also you can see we have to give the lock for the necessary condition only, necessary method only. So we do not no need to give any kind of a locking mechanism for unnecessary threads. So here you can see also they are telling we must giving the locks to the multiple threads is a cause of deadlock also, and unnecessary thread also, if you are applying a lock, then that is also a one cause of deadlock. Third reason, using thread join. A deadlock usually happens when thread is waiting for the another to finish. In this case, we can use thread.join with a maximum time that thread will take. So what will happen, guys? Here you can see if you are using thread.join. So what will happen? It will join thread 1, and after that it will join thread 2. It will not ask after holding the resources, like I'll show you. Thread 1 is holding the object 1, and I'm joining this object 2, like a thread 1 dot object 1, means I'll call thread 1 dot start, okay, and we'll call this object 1, and after that I want to join this thread, then this thread will get called object 2. So like this it will happen. So we'll discuss one program and we'll write one program also for this one. This is the most important question in interview. They used to ask like you have to write a deadlock condition, and how we can avoid deadlock also, that one also we have to write. So we are going to write one simple program. We'll see. So we are going to write a program on deadlock. First we'll write a classes, and for classes we need some packages. So we'll write a packages com dot deadlock. So inside the packages we'll move our classes. So here you can see I have moved my packages, and I'm going to delete this default package. I don't want default packages, so I'm going to delete that one. So what we'll do, one second. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. We'll work for deadlock. So for deadlock we want some object, right? So I think this font size is not visible for you guys, so we'll increase the font size also. Preference font. So we are going to increase the font size also. So I hope it's visual for you guys. So we are going to write one program, main method. So we'll create a one object, and we'll create two objects. So that object we can create as a string. One second, string. One second, there is some keyboard issue. String, yeah, obj equal to object one, object one. So this string should be a final. It should not be like a normal string. Once we create a final means once we create an object, we cannot modify the content. So similarly, we are going to write one another object as per the diagram. Object 2, object 1, and this is the object 2. This is the object 1. So what we'll do here, we'll call our thread classes. So thread we used to call th thread, th1 here, new new thread. So here you can see I have created one thread object, and I have to create, as per a diagram, I have to create two thread. So thread 1 and thread 2, object 1 and object 2. This one I have already created as a variable. This one I am going to create object for thread. So this is a thread 1 and this is a thread 2. So after that what we will do, we will call thread 1 dot start, and after that thread 2 dot start. 1 second, sorry. So thread 2 dot start. So if you see, it will not give any kind of output because we are not printing anything. We are not giving any print statement in system.out.println. So how we can create a deadlock program? That kind of a program we are going to do. So for this one, at creating a deadlock, what we'll do, we'll create a we'll inside the thread 1, we are going to create a, we are going to access the object 1 and object 2. So here you can see this video is very helpful for you guys because uh, this is the most important question, and I'm explaining you each and everything here. So just notice, just watch this video clearly. So I'm going to explain this thing. So how is it happening? So now you can see inside the thread I'm going to write logic. How we are going to write a logic? We are trying to access the object, like a object 1 I want to access, and I want to access object 2. For accessing the object we need some locking mechanism, right? So here, as you know already, if you're calling a thread internally, what will method will call? It will call run method. So we have to put one run method that will be a this kind of signature, public void run. Okay, and inside the run method we are going to put our own logic. So one logic will be like a, I want to access the object 1. Okay, so just I'll give one CISO system.out.println. So here I'm trying to access the object 1. How I'll give for like a which thread they are trying to access the object. So I'll put thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, so here I'm putting which thread is holding the resources. So here I'll put plus thread 1, like a thread 0 is a holding our object 1. Which one? Object 1, ob1. Okay, obj1. Now you can see I gave inside the run statement object 1, thread 1 is holding the object 1. Now what I will do here, just no, see, watch this carefully. I'm going to write like a one waiting like a slip for this one, because thread 1 is holding for object 1 and is waiting for some time, and after that it's trying to access the object 2. So what we'll do, I'll put try. Okay, try catch block, and here I'll use thread.slip for some millisecond. So I'll give 100 millisecond. Now you can see it's going to sleep mode, and after that I'm going to write this. If you'll see, I'm going to write this thread is waiting for object like a. So second thread 1 is holding, already is holding the object 1, but is waiting for to access the object 2. So for this one it's waiting, I'll write waiting for object 2. So now you can see thread 1 is already holding the object, and thread 1 is waiting for object 2. Now we'll write for object 2. So object 2, what we'll do, how will come to know, if we'll write this program, this will normal program, this will execute properly, but what will happen, it will not give as expected output. So here what we can do, we have to use locking mechanism. Locking means synchronize, we have to use. For synchronizing, we have to use at where block level, method level, class level. So here we are going to use synchronize at method level inside the run method. Okay, so we have a synchronize keyword, we are going to apply synchronize. So here you can see synchronize I have applied for which one, I have applied for object 1. Okay, so object 1 I'll put, and I'll put this one, this block will be inside. So I'm going to put this synchronize. I'll show you in diagram also, so it will be understand better, you can understand better. So here what I'm doing, I'm trying to use synchronize. Synchronize means is holding the object, means it's enabling the lock of an object and is holding the object. So once it will call thread.start, it will go inside the new thread. Once you call thread1.start, it will go inside, it will call the run method, it will go in synchronize block. And synchronize means so enable the lock of an object, no other thread they can access the object. Once it is released, then they can access the object. So what will happen, it will print thread 0 is holding the object 1, and after few milliseconds it will come thread 0 is waiting for object 2, and after that it will print thread 0 is holding the object 2. But this is also not correct as per the diagram. So here you can see this is a thread 0, like a thread 1 is a, but we are mentioning is a thread 0, it will execute as a main, in main class it will print as a thread 0 only. So what will happen here, thread 0 is holding the object 1, and after that is already synchronized. Okay, and after that in between is trying to access the object 2. Okay, so what I will do, like for object 1 we have done synchronize, so for object 2 also we have to do synchronize. So here also we are going to write one synchronize. So this synchronize will enable the lock of an object. So if you see inside the synchronize, one more synchronize we are going to put, and we are going to run. So control shift F, yeah, now we are going to run and we'll see what is the output. So guys, you can see thread 0 is holding the object 1, thread 0 is waiting for object 2, thread 0 is holding the object 2. Okay, but this is one thread I'm calling, I'm not calling another thread. Okay, so that's why there is a free to use, means if this object is not holded by some other thread, it's a free to use this one also and this one also. But if this thread, this object is used by this thread only, then it's not easy to use. So what we'll do, we're going to create one more method. Okay, like we are going to define one more logic inside the thread 2. So here I have defined this all logic inside the thread 1. Okay, now same thing we are going to write inside the thread 2. So what we'll do here, we are going to write all logic here. So now you can see here, but thread 1 is first time is holding the object 1, but thread 2 what will do, it will hold the object 2. So here you can see object 2, and second thread is going to wait for object 1. So I'll put object 1 and I'll put object 1. Okay, and here also have to change this first time. So if you see thread 2, it will hold object 2, so that's why I have added thread 2 is object holding the object 2 first time, and after that is waiting for this object. So I'll put object 1. Now we'll see the program. So guys, here you can see this is the deadlock condition. Okay, each thread they are not ready to release the resources, like a object they are not ready to release. So thread 0 is holding the object 1. Okay, thread 1 is holding the object 2. Both thread, if you see, thread 0 is like a thread 1 is holding the object 1, thread 2 is holding the object 2. Okay, and thread 1 wants object 2, thread 2 also wants object. Here also see thread is waiting for object 2, thread 1 is waiting for object 1. So here we can say wants. So you will get better understanding for this one. Wants. Now I'll run. So now you can see here guys, thread 0 is holding the object 1, thread 1 is holding the object 2, which is already holded by different thread and holding the object. Thread 1 wants object 1. Now you can see diagram, sorry. Thread 1, let me close this one. Yeah, thread 1 is, one second, it will be better understanding if I'll explain like this. One second, run this program, and now this program. Now you can see guys, edge for diagram and this one. Thread 0 is holding the object 1, like if this is a thread 0 is holding the object 1. Okay, this one, this holding the object 1. Okay, and thread 1 is holding the object 2, thread 2 is holding the object 2. Now thread 0 wants object 2. Here you can see thread 0 is wants object 2, and one second, yeah, thread 1 means this one, thread 1 want object 1. So thread 1 wants object 1. So this is the deadlock condition, and how we can avoid that one we have to think. So guys, as you can see in my like a document, you can see how we can minimize, avoid unnecessary log, all these things we can minimize. We have a one more solution. If we put thread.join, this will solve our problem. So how we'll solve this problem? If we use thread.join. So I want to join a thread, like after calling this thread 1 object, I want to call thread 1.join this thread 2 I want to call. So for this one, how we are going to write? I will just write one simple statement. So if you see this is the output, now output is going to change. If I'll call thread 1 dot join, now you will see the output. So here is giving the error message because it's a compile time error message. It should throw some exception. So we are going to throw the exception at method level, not method level. So method level you are going to write at throw and declaration. Yeah, now I will run. Now you can see this is the same thing I have written. Now I'm going to run this program. Now you can see. Now again I will show you it's working slowly. See. Now I'll put some millisecond here, 1000, some 1000. Now you'll understand better. Now you can say thread 0 is holding the object 1, thread 0 wants object 2, thread 0 also, thread 0 is holding the object 1, thread 0 wants object 2, thread 0 is holding the object 2 now. Okay, thread 1 is holding the object 2, and thread 1 wants object 1, thread 1 is holding the object 1. So here you can see it's a clear understanding, I think. So now again you can see thread 0 is holding the object 1, which is correct as per diagram. Thread 1 is holding the object 1, thread 1 wants object 2. Okay, so here you can see, I'll show you. So guys, here you can see thread 0 wants object 2, this one wants object 2. Now thread 0 is holding the object 2, thread 0 holding the object 2. Now this one is holding the object and is release this object 1. Now thread 1 is holding the object 2, which is already holding the object 2, thread 2. Thread 1 wants object 1, this object, and if you'll see thread 1 is holding the object 1. Now it's holding the object 1. So they are releasing the resources and holding the object 1. Why they are releasing the resources? Because of this thread.join. If you are not using thread.join, it will not release the resources. It will be every time it will come as a deadlock only, and this deadlock condition we can avoid only this three scenario only. If you follow this three scenario, we can minimize, we cannot completely avoid. So guys, in interview they mostly used to ask, can we avoid completely deadlock? You can tell, no, we cannot avoid completely deadlock, but we can minimize. Then they will ask how you can minimize. Then you have to tell this three reason. Okay, and if they will ask to write a program, just write it and how and solve it that one also. Like you can also minimize that one. So guys, this is the deadlock program. So thanks for watching this video guys. We'll meet again in some new kind of a program. So thanks for watching.